Can you hear? So, Liza, can you hear? Is it clear? It's not sabog. It's not sabog. They have to speak louder. Hello. Yes. Hello, hello. I mean, ibig sabihin po, tatawagin. Hello. Yes, ma'am. Hello, hello.
Hindi mo sure. Talaga. Totoo. Ma'am Emily. Si Ma'am
Hey, hey. Check, test. Low. Low. Hello. Hey, check.
Gusto ko lang mag-mic. Hello. Hello. Kasi ma'am, begin the program shortly. Ano po, pababa, tinawag na daw po pababa si SSC. Good afternoon. Again, we request our guests to please sit down as our program will start in a few minutes. Okay, thank you. Guests and colleagues. Our program will begin in a few minutes. Go na, ma'am. Good afternoon, Excellencies, guests, and colleagues. In celebration of the National Arts Month 2024, we bring you the art exhibit Imagination Takes You There. To formally open the exhibit, we call on Assistant Secretary Celia Ana M. Feria.
Secret- Secretary for Foreign Affairs Enrique Manalo, Excellencies, Mayor Emmy Calixto Rubiano of Pasay, our dear mayor and neighbor, colleagues from the Department of Foreign Affairs, friends, ladies and gentlemen. We are delighted to welcome all of you to the first event organized by the newly established Office of Cultural Diplomacy, 8 days to be exact. In celebration of the 2024 National Arts Month, the Department of Foreign Affairs embarks on an inward exploration of the confluence of diplomacy and creativity through the artworks of our very own Ambassador Uriel Norman Garibay and 8 young artists from the Linangan Art Residency in Alfonso, Cavite. Ambassador Garibay's sojourn at the Linangan Art Residency with the guidance of his brother, acclaimed visual artist Manny Garibay, produced remarkable pieces that all of us are privileged to see today through our art exhibition entitled Imagination Takes You There, which runs until the 6th of March at the lobby of the DFA. Each artwork reflects the convergence of his personal experiences, diplomatic career, and newfound artistic expression. From a piece honoring his late wife Omega to the experiences of overseas Filipino workers to his interpretation of the political and economic landscape of the country. We are also grateful to the Linangan Art Residency for this remarkable artistic collaboration, and we are excited to unveil the collaborative artwork by the Garibay brothers and the artists of the Linangan Residency, which is a gift in perpetuity to the Department of Foreign Affairs. Now, before I close, like Ambassador Garibay, there is an artist in each one of us. We just need to listen to that inner artistic voice. It is that voice that most of us no longer hear because it is enveloped in layers of deadlines and rushed assignments and other thoughts surviving our daily grind. But it is there, so let's listen to it. And to help us all find that inner artistic voice, the Office of Cultural Diplomacy and the Linangan Art Residency have organized 2 workshops on March 1 and March 6 at the Bulwagan Elpidio Quirino on the 14th floor. And we invite all of you to sign up, although there are only 50 seats. So first come, first serve. So we are looking for 50 DFA employees who are eager to listen to their inner artistic voice. And with that, thank you so much. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Assistant Secretary Feria. This exhibit is organized by the Department of Foreign Affairs, Office of Cultural Diplomacy with the Linangan Art Residency, an alternative school in Cavite where artists are empowered to develop and nurture their talents and to protect and promote Philippine art and culture. Ambassador Norman Garibay is a distinguished diplomat who has served in many countries abroad. He is also a visual artist, and his works feature his views on the personal, social, and political realities of the Philippines. Today's exhibit features the work of Ambassador Garibay and 8 artists from Linangan: Elwa Gonzalez, Kenneth Luwage, K.R. Rogers, Lance Gomez, Marens Antonio, Mon Rives, Salvi, and Cedro. To tell us more about the merging of diplomacy and creativity, we call on Ambassador Norman Uriel Garibay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Excellency, the Honorable Secretary of Foreign Affairs, Secretary Manalo, uh, members of the Diplomatic Corps, the Mayor of Pasay City, Mayor Imelda, and friends and colleagues and future retirees. Good afternoon. I'd like to say that because I am a retiree. So marami na magre-retire. Anyway, my wife told me that if I have to speak in public, I have to prepare something because I might stray, go away from what I wanted to say, like what I am doing now. Anyway, I'd like to let me start with a brief narration on how I got hooked into painting or visual arts, as it is called nowadays. So medyo matagal, malayo na. This is going to be a long story because it starts on the first grade. My first grade, when I was watching a classmate who was making a drawing, and I said, I could do that. I can do that. So I copied what he was doing, and then I went into copying illustrations in comic books. And then my parents saw that, oh, there's something in this boy, and so they gave me a watercolor and eventually an oil paint. I got drawn into photography when I was in college, and I was doing commissioned work producing sound slides. I do not know if you are still familiar with sound slides. This is actually the counterpart of PowerPoint. If you hear of PowerPoint, the precursor is sound slides. That shows how old I am. Anyway, I also took some lessons in cinematography. For my mentor, there was mentors actually. There was Lamberto Habellana, national artist in filmmaking, Clodoaldo Del Mundo, and Luis Nepomuceno. I was doing this at the Communication Foundation for Asia. Then I got married. And we have to put that everything in the back seat. Then I got married and I got a regular job to sustain a family. Drawing, painting, photography, even were placed in the back seat. I still get to do some from time to time. In the midst of my retirement, when I retired from the Foreign Service in 2021, life dealt me an unexpected blow. 6 months into this new chapter, my beloved wife succumbed to cancer, leaving me utterly devastated and adrift. Bereft of a clear path forward, it was my brother, Emmanuel. We call him Wing in the family, but he is more known as Manny because he's got plenty of money. No, kidding aside. So he suggested that I move to Alfonso, Cavite, and urged to immerse myself, if only from the periphery, in the vibrant art community that thrived there. He supplied me with brushes, palette of oil paints, some blank canvases. I found solace and purpose in the act of creation. My entry into the Linangan Art Residency Program under the mentorship of emerging artists rekindled my dormant love for art. It was a gradual but transformative journey, one that saw me not only picking up the tools of expression, but also actively engaging in discussions with young artists about the profound language of art. My sojourn in Cavite yielded a body of work that begged for an audience. It begged for an audience. And an idea took root, an idea that as a retired diplomat, it was fitting to showcase these pieces within the halls of the institution that had been my professional home for a significant portion of my life, the Department of Foreign Affairs. With the invaluable support of the Linangan Art Residency, we conceived and organized the exhibition titled Imagination Takes You There, in collaboration with the Office of Cultural Diplomacy, headed by ASEC Cookie Feria. I will end there, but before I conclude my speech, I would like to call on my fellow artists to come forward, and I would like to present to you my fellow artists who are participating in this exhibition. I'd like to call Kenneth Luage, Marens Antonio, K.R. Rogers, are you here? Edmond Rivera. Edmond Rivera, not yet here. Okay, Cedro. Cedro is from Bukidnon. And then Salvi, Nico, Juan, and then also Lance. Leo Lance. Okay, nandito pala si Edmond Rivera. These are the participating artists in this exhibition. And I'd like to thank them for the support and help that they have extended to me when we were preparing this exhibition. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ambassador Garibay, for those inspiring words. At this point, I ask our guests to please look to the screen as we will show you a short video about Linangan.
Ang layunin ng Linangan Art Residency ay magkaroon ng mas malinaw at mas malalim na pag-uunawa sa kanyang sarili sa pamamagitan ng pagsuri ng mga nalikhang sining ng nakaraan at sa kasalukuyan. Sa ganitong paraan, mas nagkakaroon ng mas malalimang pag-uunawa ang mga artist kung ano yung dinamiko sa paglikha ng sining base sa pagtutugon ng artist sa mga hamon ng kanyang kapanahunan. Ang nais sanang maging resulta nito ay mas malalim na pag-uunawa, hindi lang sa sarili, kundi kung paano ang sarili ay lulugar sa mas malaking at mas malawak na konteksto ng lipunan at ng buong mundo.
Bilang tayo bahagi natin sa capitalist market, hindi lang visuals pang-entertain ng art natin. Hindi lang pang-display na sa bahay. Gamitin natin siya para sa mas malalim na paraan. Of course, diyan na papasok yung creativity, kanya-kanyang creativity.
As artists, we try to create a space and communicate with our fellow artists or like-minded people, and also to our local audience. So we build connections. We share our ideas about art for us to be able to understand them and to test yung ideas natin kung resonate, with other people, or especially with our other fellow artists, and it also for us to validate and strengthen or maybe sharpen if there are imperfections dun sa mga ideas natin. So that's also part of our role as an artist. And then through this, we build the community to empower ourselves and define new paths and redefine existing ones.
It is the inspiration talaga. Walang kapalit. When you are inspired, working with your colleague, working with your friends, yung art mo sustainable. No amount of money can drive that inspiration. Inspiration is your relationship. Andyan may mentor, andyan may friend, andyan may supporter ka.
Ang problema ngayon, kailangan i-train how to look at your mistakes. Do you know how to look at your mistakes? Para malaman mo paano ayusin. Hindi lang sa alamin mo yung pag-fix, alamin mo yung defect. So, ang question, alam ba ang defect? Kunwari, pag sinabi ko nga, atmospheric perspective, we're giving up on the fundamentals in place of individual self-expression. Yun nga yung individual. Kasi there's an assumption that there is a hidden self inside you that wants to come out. Ganun, to express itself. Okay. Actually, ang self, pag ginawa mo kasing noun, ng isang bagay, a verb yun eh. We are being, we are selfing, we are evolving, we are all moving. Walang fixed self. And kung may assumption ka, meron dyan sa loob na no. You develop it.
Now, allow me to introduce Linangan Art Residency's head, Mr. Emmanuel Garibay, also fondly called Manny and the younger brother of Ambassador Garibay. Mr. Garibay is a distinguished visual artist known for his expressionist figurative style, and his works express and unravel the politics, religion, and daily life of Filipinos. He is also a recipient of the prestigious 13 Artists Award from the Cultural Center of the Philippines, and his art has been exhibited in the Pinto Art Museum and in museums in Europe and the United States. To introduce Linangan and its art, we call on Mr. Manny Garibay.
Magandang hapon po. One of the challenges when you have to speak before a formal crowd is the required protocol to cite important people. And so I have to have this list before me. Of course, let's start first and foremost with Secretary Manalo. Maraming salamat po. And to Mayor Rubiano Calixto. I think it's the other way around. See, that's what I told you, no? Parang, of course, to Asek Cookie Feria. Ayun, apa. And Asek Arvin De Leon. And of course, the whole team of the Office of the Cultural Diplomacy. Maraming salamat po. Yeah, actually, it was my first time to see the video presentation, and I was very impressed with how they created it. As you can see, the roster of mentors include the top-notch artists of the land. No? So we're not just putting up an alternative school with one mentor. The difference between the fine arts program of most universities is those universities have teachers who do it for a living. And our mentors, they do this because this is their life. So there's a major difference there. And when your art is your life, it bears with it the whole passion of creativity. No? So, and that's one of the things I wanted to bring up to the DFA because I have been a recipient of the many opportunities with DFA in my growth as an artist. I have been to Germany, to Greece, to Israel, Nairobi. Yeah, so I'm actually younger than my brother, but I think I'm more forgetful, no? So, yeah. So, in other words, a lot of those opportunities were open to me, no? As facilitated by the DFA. And I realized maybe perhaps it's time that the DFA embark on an institutionalized program for cultural diplomacy. Because I noticed much of the opportunities that I had in the past oftentimes were more the result of the initiatives by the ambassadors in the places that I have been, I did exhibitions. And so I hope through some explorations with the FA and the Linangan, we can forge a stronger bond or partnership that can effectively project Philippine culture internationally. Yun lamang po. Maraming salamat po for having us.
Thank you, Mr. Garibay. Indeed, Linangan Art Residency has certainly flourished under your leadership, especially the young Filipino artists who, under Linangan's care, receive excellent training and are given free rein to explore and improve their craft. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we now introduce the Secretary for Foreign Affairs, Mr. Enrique A. Manal.
Thank you. You can remain standing if you wish. Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Pasay City Mayor, Honorable Imelda Calixto Rubiano, Assistant Secretary Feraya of the newly created Office of Cultural Diplomacy, the other Assistant Secretaries here, there are quite a number of you, so I will just greet you later. Also, Manila Clock Tower Museum Curator, Attorney L. Baez Cruz. Of course, Ambassador Garibay, Mr. Manny Garibay, my colleagues in the Department of Foreign Affairs, and the bigger DFA family, which is present here this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The Department of Foreign Affairs celebrates the 2024 National Arts Month by looking towards one of its own to explore the linkage between diplomacy and art through an exhibit of the works of Ambassador Uriel Norman Garibay and his colleagues from the Linangan Art Residency. After a successful 29-year career in the Philippine Foreign Service, with assignments in the Asia and the Pacific, Africa, the Middle East, Australia, and in North America, Norman retired in 2021. Following the death of his beloved wife, Omega, a few months later, Norman embarked on his artistic journey with the guidance of his brother, renowned visual artist, Emmanuel Manny Garibay, which brought him to the Linangan Art Residency in Alfonso, Cavite, where he underwent an informative journey, one that brought him to a new chapter in life, and one that fused his diplomatic past and his newfound artistic creativity. We are honored to welcome him back home at the department and host his exhibit entitled Imagination Takes You There, especially for this year's celebration of National Arts Month. Norman's work, exhibited today, epitomizes the intersection of diplomacy and artistic freedom that invites a multitude of interpretations and narratives that transcends borders and speaks the all-encompassing language of art. And we are equally honored to include the works of his artists, colleagues from the Linangan Art Residency. On behalf of the department, I extend my gratitude to the Linangan Art Residency for giving us the opportunity to be an extension of their great artistic works through this collaboration. As we inaugurate the exhibit, Imagination Takes You There, it is my hope that we each get to discover the evocative power of creativity and imagination in initiating dialogues and shaping perspectives from our diplomatic experiences, while at the same time celebrating Filipino artistry. The exhibit resonates with the theme of the National Art Month celebration, Anin ang Sining Bayang Malikhain, as a testament to the myriad artistic yields of our creative nation that highly values imagination, innovation, as well as artistic expression, which are vital parts of our identity and progress, especially for us in the Foreign Service. So once again, thank you all for coming. Mabuhay and happy National Month to all. Thank you.
Thank you very much to our Secretary for Foreign Affairs. To officially open the exhibit, we request the Secretary, Mayor Imelda Emmy Calixto Rubiano, Ambassador Norman Garibay, Mr. Emmanuel Garibay, Assistant Secretary Celia Ana Feria, and Assistant Secretary Arvin R. De Leon to proceed in front for the ribbon cutting. Yes. Yeah. In my count, 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much. Thank you, Secretary, Mayor Calixto Rubiano, Ambassador Garibay, Mr. Garibay, Assistant Secretary Feria, and Assistant Secretary De Leon. And now for the unveiling of the painting by the brothers Garibay and the Linangan artists. You are now all welcome to view the exhibit while being serenaded by the lovely melody of the DFA Chorale. Thank you very much and happy National Arts Month to all. To our guests, please go ahead and view the exhibit. Thank you. yes po. Hindi po kasi, yes, opo, nasabi. Hindi po, artist silang lahat. protocol pwedeng sabihin? Sabihin ba na? Hindi ako makapasok. Sir, protocol ka po. Sir, ang magpaphoto po yung artist sa
After daw ng event.
Yes.
After nyo makita lahat, nakapila naman po.
Okay.
We'll put them there.
Okay.
So nakatayo yung naman.
Okay. Thank you po. Yes po. After daw. Sir Hi, sir. Kamusta po?
Galing naman ang MC na.
Thank you, sir. Sir, first time ko to, ah.
Parang hindi.
Well,